Good morning, Blue Lulus. You made it to Friday. Whoop! The Joker administration is suing the Wall Street Journal after they released a bombshell report yesterday. Reportedly, they found a leather-bound book that was put together by none other than Ghislaine Maxwell for the Floridian billionaire's 50th birthday. And in this book, there was a letter that was allegedly written by the Joker. It's an outline of a woman in her birthday suit, along with an imaginary tale that he had made up. It's basically he and the Floridian billionaire talking about the meaning of life, right? And he said,
"Enigmas never age, do they? I noticed it the last time that I saw you. You and I have a lot in common, don't we? Happy birthday, and may every day be a little secret."
Now he's come out swinging, saying that this absolutely isn't him, this is nothing that he would ever do, he doesn't even draw pictures, and that's not his language. Yeah, freaking right. The pictures of him in history books are going to be of him holding a Sharpie. That is objectively what he does everything in. There are places where his doodles that he draws with a marker are on display. They've been auctioned out before. And saying that that's not your language, that's not true. There's a character on my channel called Little Mikey with the Big Secret, and that's because he said that on the campaign trail.
Christians, I just need you this one time, then you're never gonna have to do it again, but we're not worried because little Mikey and I have a little secret.
That's what you said. That's why that's his name. On my channel, that is objectively your language. And it's not just his language either. That is the language of narcissists. Because it's not enough for them just to get away with something. It's not enough for them to get over on people. They have to keep reminding you about it because it makes them feel powerful. It's a way of flexing their influence so that everybody knows exactly what they've gotten away with, and therefore they must really be something. Because if I can get away with this, then I must really be amazing. That is what they do. That's what the Floridian billionaire did. That's what Diddy Poo Poo did. I don't have a code name for him, but it's very common. I know this because I speak fluent narcissist, because that's exactly what my dad would do. And the more information that comes out, I'm getting even more frustrated with the right-wingers that are just refusing to see what is right in front of their face. Yesterday, Mr. Charlie came out and he was like, "I promise, Joker, we're not doing this to take you down. You just have to recognize that, like, this is in our best interest." And then Alex Jones was like, "You know, you're really starting to act like them. It's the liberals. They're the ones who don't believe in logic and common sense. And now you're making it seem like you don't believe in logic and common sense." At least Nick Fuentes fully gets it. He came out so wing it. He was big mad yesterday. He's like, this is going to go down as the biggest scam in American history. And he's right about that. Think about what would happen to you if there was this much evidence against you. If there was somebody who had been accused of the same things that that guy had been accused of, and they found an image that you had drawn yourself talking about how much the two of you had in common. Let's say that he was selling party favors, and you drew a big glass vase and said on the inside, "May every day be filled with magical secrets," or whatever. You'd go to jail. You absolutely would, especially if that person was your best friend and they were selling party favors out of your house. That would be more than enough evidence for you to be in the exact same place that he is. But instead, our guy is sitting behind the Resolute desk. You don't have to be a liberal for that to piss you off. There are men and women who have done absolutely nothing other than love our country enough to walk here on foot, to work back-breaking jobs, 15, 16, 18 hours a day to provide for us and their families. Men who have done nothing other than live their life with honor, and they are sitting in tents right now, in horrible, squalid conditions, having done absolutely nothing. And this guy is just sitting around eating bonbons in his gold-gilded oblong office. You don't have to be liberal for that to piss you off. So what are you going to do? You cannot deny it any longer. It is as clear as day what has occurred here, and we can't pretend to shove it under the rug. The fact that it's been shoved under the rug for so long really says a lot about our whole society, and this is something that needs to be brought out into the open. Everybody needs to be held accountable for this. So Wall Street Journal, who else is in that book? Because if it was only him, it wouldn't be a book. So who else is in there? Was it Spam Blondie? Because she was the AG of Florida at the time. Maybe she's in that position, the one that she's in right now, because when it came time to choose whether or not she was going to prosecute J or D, she chose J. There's a lot of favors that have been exchanged. Yesterday on the House, it was reported there's over 4,000 money transfers that occurred between the Floridian billionaires' bank accounts and other places to the tune of $1.1 billion. The banks knew that this was suspicious. They had red flags about this information and they didn't do anything about it. And JP Morgan Chase had to pay $290 million as a result of it. There are rich and powerful men who are getting away with everything in this country, where you and I would go to jail for having a speeding ticket that we forgot to pay. And that is not a red thing, that's not a blue thing, that's an ants versus grasshoppers thing. And this could be our opportunity to link arms, see through the illusion, and recognize that they want us to hate each other so that they could get away with this nonsense. And we don't have to continue to buy into it. Stand up, get together, and do not let this go, okay? If you enjoyed this video, give me a like, comment, and a follow. Turn to Blue Clan Size Cozy over here. And as always, keep your eyes up, keep your feet on the ground. See you next time. Ta-ta.